All right, welcome into a special edition of the Jordy Culotta Show here on this Wednesday, presented by our guy, Gordon McKernan. Get it done. A part of the G team is one of the hottest names coming out of spring football practice here for LSU over the last couple of weeks has been second-year wide receiver Malik Nabers, who really stepped onto the scene last year and had an explosive first season. He was there was a lot of talk about him playing in that UCLA game. He had a setback with an injury and then bust onto the scene with 28 catches, 4 touchdowns, over 500 yards of production, even got a couple of carries in the bowl game, and has set him up for a pretty exciting second year. We welcome you into the conversation here on this Wednesday outside of our regular 7 and 9 programming. So a little special edition presented by our guy G as we talk to Malik Nabers. What up, bro? Everything good?
Good.
Move that microphone a little bit closer to you. Tell me about what's been going on with you, because every time we ask somebody for a name of somebody who is who's popping this spring, your name is usually the first one off. Where is your motivation? Where is your health? Where is your mindset here during this spring practice as you head into your second season?
I say the motivation that keeps me going is probably just my mom. Was getting me through this season. I think just trying to get better as a receiver, getting where I want to be. And just staying on track, keeping my body really healthy. I just had a lot of injuries that I never did have before, and it set me back, so I'm just trying to get right back into it.
Kayshawn's not available this spring, so it feels like that one spot. I mean, people know that Kayshawn, when he comes back, he's got his spot there, but it feels like there's some names, whether it's you, Jure, other guys that are popping every single day that are really starting to prove who can be in the top 3 of the rotation once the fall comes. How have you felt your spring has gone?
Early on in the spring, I had a growing injury that came in the season and just kept on going. I didn't get it treated fast enough, so I wasn't able to compete in like 2 weeks of the spring, so it kind of set me back, so I had to hurry up and like rush back into it just to get back, because there's a new coaching staff, so I had to like show my ability of what I can do. And I think that what I've been working on now is just keep on getting better and progressing as I go.
Speaking of the new coaching staff, now you've had about 3.5 weeks of them on the field. You've had half of an off-season with them, or at least half of, up to this point in the weight room and workouts. Mm-hmm. How has that transition gone for somebody like you who was recruited by one staff and now playing for another?
I think it doesn't stop. It's like if you have a good relationship with people, it just should carry on. If you're a good teammate, a good student, athlete, just anything can happen. You can build relationships with anybody. So I feel like just building a relationship with those coaches it's a key thing right now, and just staying in the moment, because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to play for LSU.
Yeah. How about Cortez Hankton, the guy that you're working with every day? How has that been, and what have you learned from him, at least a little, as far as being early on in the job?
That's my like go-to guy. Like, he's always. I feel like between us, me and him in the receiver room, is very loyal. Like, we're compact with each other. And he's gonna be there with us or without us. Like, he's gonna have our back 100% of the time. And I think that's what kids need to coaches. Loyalty. Like, loyalty stays between anything, and I feel like he's very loyal to us.
Has he taught you anything technically on the field? Is there anything that he's brought in from a new standpoint early on that has helped your game out a little bit? I think the main thing that we hear is your route running has gotten a lot crisper.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it seems like that's gotten a lot tighter. Does he have anything to do with that?
Yeah, he's making me get my knee bent down, just head over shoulders, making sure I get out my routes faster. It was just a lot of stuff that he saw in my game that he could critique better, and I've just been on listening to him.
Crazy change in the offense from last year to Mike Denbrock? Is there terminology? I mean, how much of it is different from what you guys are taking on?
I say, it's the terminology. It's probably like just the signals and just the concepts of it. A lot of those stuff that we ran last year is just worded different, so it's not really that hard.
This quarterback race is great. It seems like it's very healthy. There was a clip that came out Saturday of you and Garrett, of him making a scramble, throwing it to the sideline, and you kind of snagging it. Look, it was a big-time catch. What do you make of this competition? And I'm not asking you where you think it goes, but it seems like this thing is going to go into the fall.
Yeah, the quarterback group is very talented. As they work with going with ones and twos, I feel like putting Walker in there with the ones is getting him better. Just on him, just working on with the ones is like a lot faster. It's like what I did when I first came in. I was practicing with the ones, just getting the feel of the game better. So as he progresses, as a lot of us progresses, and with Miles coming back, just getting the feel of the receivers again. So rotating those guys in with us is gonna help us all better, just because he can make us better just by timing it up with the receivers, just mixing quarterbacks in by in.
Yeah. How have you seen Jaden Daniels? How's his transition been from transferring in from a new school to where they are now, to where he is now?
I feel like I never really like seen him like at another school, so it's like basically new coming to me. Mm-hmm. So I feel like he's been progressing just as the team has progressed. Like he's another leader that was added on to the QB room, so he's doing good.
What is your emphasis this offseason? What are you trying to improve on? What are you looking to once spring breaks? Once spring is over? What are you going to shift your attention to as trying to focus on this offseason?
Speed, getting faster, like working on my technique, breaking in a routes, because I have a lot of like breaking in routes this year. So just getting my pad level down, just burst off the ball. That's the most.
The wide receiver group is a really talented group. Talk about the chemistry that you guys have, the closeness inside that part of the locker room, inside that room, and kind of the competition every day, because it seems like it's pretty fierce.
Yeah, our group is very talented. I feel as we go on, the offense moves. So if we're having a bad day and slacking, it's like the offense have a bad day of slacking because we go as the offense goes. So if we don't bring the energy out on the field, like right now, it causes us to have probably bad practice and just stacking days on top of days. And I feel like we have a tight group, and like it's competition every day. It's like Jack has moved into the receiver room, so it's another guy that's competing. Kyron has came in, so he got to compete. So it's like you just can't have a bad day because the next guy is gonna pass you up.
Anything that you've learned early on from Brian Kelly? Have you had any back and forth? Have you started to begin to build that relationship with him?
Yeah, I started building the relationship probably last year when he came. It's a new head coach. You just can't change nothing about it. So the only thing you can work on is just having a better relationship. So I started building that relationship last year when he came in. Me and him talked a little bit when he first came in, said I was a really good football player. And I just kept on listening to what he was saying by staying locked in, trusting the brotherhood, and just being a better student athlete and just a better teammate.
Tell me about your thoughts on the SWAT teams. Everybody that's come through here, we've asked them about the accountability methods that Brian Kelly is keeping you guys on top of. What has been your point of view of that? Have you been a leader on a SWAT team yet?
No, I'm not a leader, but I'm probably the second leader behind Jack. They picked leaders, and those was the guys that they picked because I guess it was the leaders. So I think I'm the second leader behind Jack. So when like if something happens, I'll vocally transfer everything like just behind Jack. Like me and Jack is like tight, and me and him want to lead together. So our group goes as we go. So I feel like I've been doing good by that, just like knowing where I got to go and just staying on track.
You've been a part of the Gordon team for a while now, and NIL has been a part of college athletics now for nearly a year. Come July 1st, what's it been like to be a part of the G Squad, and what is NIL? How have you seen it kind of change over the last couple of months that you've been a part of it?
Being a part in the Gordon Squad is terrific. Like it's stuff that I never knew like I would be a part of. Just seeing him on TV, like never knew that I was gonna be able to meet him like face to face, and just being on the Super Bowl. Being an 18-year-old kid, just being on the Super Bowl, like kids like me dream of that. Mm-hmm. So that has been great.
Yeah. How are you handling those opportunities as they come your way? Are you putting somebody in place to handle that for you? Because I'd imagine if what is expected of you in your second season, you'll be getting a lot more attention, a lot more action.
Yeah, I send them like I talk to my uncle about it. Like my uncle control all that. It's like when they come ask me about it, I let him handle it because I'm focusing on just me being a better football player. Like those things are gonna come, but the only thing that I can change is how I progress my game. Because if I want those to keep coming, I have to be a better football player.
Great to talk to you, bro. Great to see you. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in today. Keep up the hard work. The humility is easy to like, but I know that the plays that are going to be making on Saturday, everybody's going to fall in love, bro. Keep your head on you. Thank you for coming by.
Of course.
Malik Nabers, compliments of Gordon, a part of the Get It Done team over at Gordon McKernan's law firm, giving us a little special programming here on this Wednesday afternoon with one of the breakout performers last year as a freshman, 28 grabs, 4 touchdowns, some highlight catches. Think about that Kentucky touchdown catch that he made going up over the top and snagging it out of the air, a couple of the carries in the Kansas State bowl game. You can tell there's a lot of versatility and a lot of opportunity for Malik coming up here in his second year. So appreciate him stopping by. We'll see you Saturday at the spring game. There's Malik Nabers stopping in here on a special edition of the Jordy Culotta Show. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.